Okay, I'm a little tired. I just got out of work. But I had this thought. I haven't had a good day. And that was kind of why I decided to do this. This is like another addendum to the documentary. It's impromptu. Normally in a situation like this, I bring this to my group, but I only get to go to my group once a week, and it's the weekend and they don't offer it. So I thought maybe you'd like to experience what it's like for someone as though they're in a group, bringing something that they experienced. And I only bring it to my group usually because sometimes they think they're the only ones that are going to get it. I try to talk to people about what I experience, and they just kind of, so here it is, okay? I woke up today excited because the city nearby here, where I grew up, 12,000 proper, but about 45,000 surrounding, was having a pride event. Small parade, cars, stuff. But I figured that maybe there'd be the LGBT community, so I could go down and maybe feel like I belonged a little bit. Never been involved. Never felt a part of it, so it's all new for me. And I was excited. I thought I'd go down, maybe meet some people. I went down a little early. And there were some people around, so it was kind of cool. You know, lots of colors I recognized, you know. And here I am, you know, people are nice to me, wearing my shirt. And as it went on, I started to have the same old feeling. It's a feeling of like being alone in a crowd. It's like this loneliness that starts to come around you. You start feeling like a guest in someone's house. It's just that I didn't really have any interactions with anybody. It was like everybody was there with their group of people. And I just want, for once, instead of feeling like I have to go up to everyone and say hi, and then have them say hi, and it's like, oh, and then everybody goes their separate ways. And then I'm still by myself, because I don't have a group. I just have that feeling for a while, and I'm telling myself, why are you putting yourself through this? Because this is a PTSD expression that comes up. That feeling of being alone, even though there's people all around you. The glass wall. So I'm asking myself, well, why am I there? And I'm like, well, just keep trying. Just stay there. Maybe something will happen that will make you feel more apart. Then at one point I saw a guy who reminded me of the guy who abused me. His face, his stature was familiar. And being where I already was inside, I had a snap inside. Kind of wanted to describe what that felt like. So here I am already feeling this alone feeling growing around me. Wanting to just go home. Because I don't know why I'm there. Then I see this guy on my inside. It's like the configuration that I've got inside suddenly switches to a different feeling. And I feel this feeling, and I can't remember the word I wanted. It's not being in control. And I feel this anger growing inside of me. It's like this hot in the center of my chest. And it would have led to the panic. But I've had enough experience recently with the panic that I could stand against it. But I felt disoriented. I wasn't just in the square having a good time. I wasn't there. And then you start worrying that how you're expressing, people are going to start wondering what's going on and what's he doing, why is he like that? So then you're worried about people are thinking of you, and you're busy trying to tell yourself it's okay, you're okay. Everything's okay, but it doesn't feel okay. It's like you're going on some form of faith, but you don't want to be there anymore. You just want to go home and hide. Now at this point, in my group, I would start getting responses of, yeah, I get that. I know what that means. I know what that's like. I had that the other week. That I haven't been able to shake it for the rest of the day. You got me stuck in a pattern. The mindset of erosion. That pattern where no matter what you do, or what you think or try, you just end up with it all being hopeless. I just thought I'd give you a little idea what it's like. And I've been in recovery for going on 2 years. And I still deal with this. It still gets in the way. Because the truth of this day is, I should have just gone down there. Realize that everybody's young, but it's okay. But I so much want to just feel like I belong. And I couldn't find it. So I just wanted to add this on to the end of that, because I just rewatched it. It helped pull my mind out a little bit. Because I know how my other videos have been. There's still a little bit there. So my thoughts are confused a little bit. But I'm a little clearer on what I'm speaking. This is what I referred to in the After Midnight about the whirlpool. The patterns of thought get around your head, and it's very hard to see past them. They don't have anything to do with the reality that surrounds you. And I know soldiers get this. They understand it. Somebody just mentioned it to me not long ago. It was somebody that had been in combat. And the experience was so extreme that he met something similar, and it caused him to see nothing but what he had experienced, not the reality. And even though he knew he was in a different place, he couldn't see it differently. What I just recorded was from that whirlpool, from the mindset of what was, a response to a different time that I was applying to this present moment. And you can't see past it. The only difference is the soldier had a different location that it happened. For me, it was my everyday life. But the process that occurred is the same. I still feel it. It's just like the fog has lifted a little in my eyes, in my mind. Enough to connect back to what the intent was for these videos in the first place. Why I made the documentary. Because just a moment ago when I recorded that first bit, it wasn't even clear anymore. All I was feeling was hopelessness and some inner desire to speak through it. I mean, the point of these videos is to give you an idea what we go through. That's a pretty clear example, because I know the contrast. Oh, and by the way, now that I'm feeling a little better, my nose is messed up because a dog bit me. What are you going to do? I don't know if I got any much more to say than that, because my head is still a little bit clouded up. But I got enough clarity back to speak more plainly here and now, because I'm having trouble staying here and now, because my mind is still wrapped by what was. And when you don't get treatment and you don't understand that what was is what's constantly going around you, even though right here ain't what it was.